Good evening. I want to welcome you all to the 8th Annual Diagnostic Medical Sonography Pinning Program. The students on stage have worked hard to get here tonight. This honor is not only theirs, but those who have shared in their challenges to achieve these goals. We want to thank all those family members and friends that are here tonight, because obviously you had a huge part in their success. Colin Powell stated, "A dream doesn't become reality with magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work." It is the hard work over the past 2 years which we acknowledge tonight, and we celebrate our students' success. Some of facts on our students and what it takes to be a sonographer. Unlike other facets of radiology, ultrasound is dependent upon the person holding the probe or the piece of equipment, not the equipment itself. It takes dedication, devotion, and practice to become a sonographer. Our students on stage have driven at least 14,000 miles during their time with us to clinical sites. They have spent close to 1,000 hours at those clinical sites. And they have spent 1,100 hours with the faculty on the stage. They've also had countless nights away from family, friends, and completing homework assignments, and those are mostly the ones I assigned, unfortunately. So they have definitely earned their pin tonight, and you should be very proud of them, and they should be very proud of themselves. I would like to introduce the members of the college and the sonography program faculty. We have Dr. Frank Friedman. He is our president of Virginia Community College, Piedmont. We have Dr. John Donnelly. He's the vice president for instruction and student services. We have Dr. Jean Chappell. She's the dean of health and life sciences. We have Lisa Burrington, our clinical coordinator for the Diagnostic Medical Sonography program. We have Peggy Bizjack, who's adjunct faculty here at Piedmont. We have Allie Wartella, who is Culpeper Regional Hospital's lead sonographer and adjunct faculty here. We have Harry Silverman, who is with grants and something. Donations. Foundation. I'll get it right in a minute. Almost there. And of course, I'm Elaine Nichols. I'm the program director for the sonography program here at Piedmont. I would like to welcome Dr. Friedman as he has some opening remarks.
Thanks, Elaine. On behalf of the Piedmont Virginia Community College Board, our faculty and staff, it's my pleasure to welcome you here tonight to the pinning. We have 11 graduates. This is our 8th year of the program, so we're now over 100 diagnostic medical sonographers that have graduated from PVCC and gone to work in the field. We're very proud of that. It's wonderful to see all of you here. For 11 graduates, it looks like we have about 100 people in the audience, which means that's about 9 per graduate. And that speaks volumes because they need support to be successful. And I'll bet each of you has contributed in some way. Maybe it was financial, and if it was, I'm sure they were happy to accept that. But maybe it was babysitting, maybe it was cooking a dinner, maybe it was just providing a shoulder to lean on when they needed it. But you should be proud of them. They should be proud of you, and you should all be celebrating tonight. This should be a happy occasion and a celebration. I want to just send a quick message to the graduates and then move on in the program. I'm one who always believes that life is all about choices. You know, there are so many people who think their life is based on fate or forces outside of them dictate their circumstances. Now, obviously, forces outside of us have a great influence, but we make choices. And I want to salute these 11 for a choice they made a couple of years ago, and that was the choice to come into this program. And I'll bet that was a tough choice, wasn't it? You had to think, did I have the money? Did I have the time? What's the impact going to be on my family? Can I do it? Can I really handle all this? It takes courage to make a choice like that to set the direction of your life. But here they are. Here they are because of that choice, ready to reap all of the rewards that a great career brings to you. So graduates, I want to salute you for your choices. I want to encourage you to always have that courage to take control of your life, to make those tough choices, to put yourself out there and to trust yourself, to have confidence in yourself that you can control your life and dictate how you proceed through life. You've done it now, and I think you'll continue to do it. So I just want to say congratulations. We're so proud of you, and good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Friedman. I would like to introduce our next speaker, the Dean of Health and Life Sciences, Dr. Jean Chappell.
Thank you, Elaine. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the Division of Health and Life Sciences, I too would like to welcome you to the 2019 Diagnostic Medical Sonography pinning ceremony. This is certainly a very exciting time. Pinning today and then the commencement tomorrow at JPJ Arena. Your incredible journey is just about over, or maybe it's just beginning. Hard to tell. I would like to take a few minutes to share a few thoughts about what it has taken for each of you to get to where you are today. A compassionate spirit. Sonography, like all healthcare careers, is essentially about service. Service to your patients, service to your community, and service to your profession. Caring and kindness are qualities all healthcare workers strive to emulate in their professional and personal lives. Compassion is the foundation of all we are. You have and you'll continue to see the best of people and the worst of people. You'll meet people when they're at their highest, and they'll meet them when they're at their very lowest. And at all times, you'll be there to help them as you have been trained to be compassionate and to serve them the best that you can. Courage in the face of adversity. This, as Dr. Friedman said, this has not been an easy road, for some more challenging than others. Some of our students are single parents. Some are first-generation college students. Some have continued to work all the time while they've been in DMS program. A friend of mine shared with me a quote from her father, Kenneth Mitchell, just this morning, and I added it to this speech because I thought it was so important. As things go wrong, as they sometimes will, and a road you travel seems all uphill, and life is casting you down a bit, rest if you must, but never quit. And I think that's very apropos for this group because they didn't quit. They kept going. The third comment that I want to make speaks to the importance of being committed to high expectations, not just for yourself, but for your profession. The Diagnostic Medical Sonography program, as the students certainly know, is a competitive admission program. There are often 10 students applying for each seat in that program. So these 11 students represent close to 100 students trying for these seats. And there are a number of reasons for this, but the salient point is that it takes a particular drive to achieve both scholastically and through perseverance to get into the program. Then once they are into the program, the courses are rigorous and of the highest quality to meet the expectations of the DMS accrediting body. Clinicals are long and detailed. Then after all of that, there are several national exams that must be successfully passed in order to practice in the field of sonography. And they know this. They knew this before and they know this now. And all of this takes grit, determination, and a focus on success. The sonography program is definitely a marathon and it isn't a sprint. And if that is true, every one of these graduates are Olympians. In closing, I would like to add a word from Booker T. Washington. Few things help an individual more than to place responsibility upon himself and to let him know that you trust him. As graduates of PVCC, we place our trust in you because you've earned it. Your responsible behavior, competence, and kindness earned this trust. And as you continue to work in the field of sonography, your accomplishments will shine on you to the benefit of our community. And we are proud, very proud, that you chose PVCC to start your career. Congratulations on this very special day.
Thank you, Dean Jean. I would like to introduce our next speaker, Evan Kernan. He is one of the graduating students. Please come forward, Evan.
Thank you, Elaine. So for those of you who do not know me, like Elaine said, my name is Evan, and I am the president of this graduating class, or in Elaine's eyes, the biggest pest of her entire life. And I'm happy to stand here before you today as a graduating sonography student. And I'm sure that we are all very pleased and excited to be done with commuting and ready to start our careers. I won't stand before you too long, but I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the rewarding aspects and also some of the problems and difficulties that we encountered while we were in this program. Like many of my classmates, we all had a personal experience with healthcare in some way, which influenced our desires to apply for this program. Some of us had ultrasounds done on us, some of us spent time in the hospital, which influenced our desire to work in healthcare, and some of us just love technology and imaging and hospital work. In our first semester, Elaine told us all about the difficult things that we would experience in this profession. One of the biggest things that she would tell us is that 81% of the people in this profession are working in pain. The reason that 81% are in pain is because of the way that we have to push on patients and position our bodies uncomfortably to get adequate imaging. And also, we have to lift heavy patients daily. Oh, it's 95%, excuse me. One of the, that's even worse. I should have rethought my career. One of the hardest parts of being in this program, I would have to say, is clinical. We'd have to spend 3 to 4 days a week, about an hour or two away from our homes and families, because there aren't enough clinical sites around the college for everyone to attend. So we'd have to get hotels, crash with friends, and also figure out, which this was my biggest problem, how to pack 4 days worth of food into my car and try to stuff it away somewhere while I'm away. And clinical is, which I think we can all agree, a very isolating and vulnerable place for us, where we go to be critiqued on our work and pushed to the breaking point. But it wasn't all bad, because we all got to meet a lot of very interesting sonographers and interesting people along the way. We also got to be a part of healthcare and treating patients by helping them find diseases that they had. And so as a student, that was really rewarding when each one of us found our first, cool diagnostic case, because we got to see, wow, we actually got to be a part of this patient care. And, this program teaches you to persevere and to push for what you want. And one thing that I personally love about this program is that there's always more to learn. Even when you think you know it all, which we've all had that mentality at one point, that we've got it all, you learn pretty quick that you don't know anything. And that every day there's more to learn. And another thing that we all love, that I personally love about this program, is that it's always growing. There's always new stuff coming out with ultrasound, new things to try and new things to experience that helps us advance our careers. One of the biggest reasons that we all decided to join this program and become sonographers is because we all have a desire to help people. We all have a desire to help someone feel better by finding out what's wrong with them, to help them find happiness in where they are. Because we've come across a lot of inpatients in hospitals who've been there for weeks and months. And to be able to put a smile on their face is one of the most rewarding things that you can do in healthcare. Because although you can't give them the key to good health and send them on their way, you can give them a smile and a laugh, which is one of the best medicines that everybody can receive. On this stage are people who are committing themselves to servanthood and a life of humility, which we like to call healthcare. And we just want to thank you all for being here this evening and supporting us as we launch into our wonderful careers as diagnostic medical sonographers. There are 4 people specifically tonight that we would like to thank. Elaine Nichols, if you'd be willing to stand when I call your name. Elaine Nichols, Lisa Burrington, Peggy Bizjack, and Allie Wartella. These 4 women spent the last 2 years of their lives with us, helping us to become who we are today as sonographers. So we just want to take a minute to show them how much we love them and care about them and how grateful we are for their time. So we have a few gifts for you all. We love and appreciate you 4, and we thank you for teaching us and for guiding us. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Evan, for a nice speech. I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Allie Wartella. She is ultrasound guru and a wonderful friend. Please come forward, Allie.
Hi, good evening, everybody. So it's funny when Elaine was doing my introduction earlier. When we met 8 years ago, I was lead sonographer, and as Evan was talking, how there are so many opportunities for ultrasound. When I first started at Culpeper Hospital, I was hired as lead sonographer, and we had 3 sonographers, and now we have 11, and I was so lucky to grab one of the brand new graduates, Catherine, already before she graduated a month ago. But now we have 11 sonographers, and we have 4 clinics, 2, one freestanding clinic, another outpatient clinic, a breast clinic, vascular, OBGYN, and we're going to have another imaging center. So it's amazing all the opportunities that your children and relatives have in store for them. So you should feel very happy that the career path that they chose. My parents are so happy that that's what I chose. So, but now I'm a supervisor of ultrasound services, not just a lead sonographer. So in 8 years, so many amazing things have happened to me, and my own career has developed in so many other paths. So right now I'm currently approaching my 16th year practicing ultrasound, and I'm never bored any day, and I still scan every day as well as supervise. But I'm very honored to be, thank you guys for asking me to speak to you tonight. On this very momentous evening before you are declared a diagnostic medical sonographer. You're already a diagnostic medical sonographer, but officially tomorrow you are declared. I'm so happy to encourage you to make the best of yourself every day and continue to help others achieve this and the next stages of your career and future. This college truly offers a great degree that gives you an edge on the world of ultrasound. It's going to open the door to many opportunities that are never going to stop. And if you keep walking forward, setting goals, and working to achieve them. Graduating with an ultrasound degree has not only created the career opportunity of a lifetime for me, but it has introduced me to an ever-evolving profession with technologies and techniques that are advancing on a daily basis. It's one happening field that just keeps on growing, and the demand for ultrasound technologists never ceases to amaze me. I don't know how, but I think it was 10 years ago, I applied to several different agencies because I was looking for a job, and I still get phone calls and emails and everything on, because they still want to hire me, and I'm like, no, I don't need a job, I'm good, take me off of your list, and they continue. So I know that, exactly. I'm like, just take me off your list, but they won't. So anytime you want to try to find a job, you're gonna be just fine. Anywhere you want, Hawaii, wherever, it's good. You'll find a job. But there's independent ultrasound centers. They continue to open up everywhere, as well as specialty offices and clinics from breast, urology, pediatrics, obstetrics, vascular. The MSK sonographers, which I think is amazing. As Catherine knows, I'm obsessed with that right now because the sports injuries, and then just with the increasing aging population, it's really saving the insurance agencies right now for the insurance authorizations as well, because ultrasound saves the insurance companies a lot of money because the ultrasound prices are a lot better. But with the ultrasound, the MSK technology can see the tendons and the ligaments and where the bursa spaces are. It can just evaluate so much that the MRIs can as well. So that technology has just really taken off. So those clinics are opening up, and then a lot of doctors are ordering those tests as well. So those are taking off like crazy right now, and it's a registry that they're taking their registries mostly for like abdomen and obstetrics, but the MSK registry is only offered twice a year right now, but it's going to be offered probably more and more. But anyways, I'm getting kind of taken aback because that's where I'm obsessed right now. But but those places are opening up more and more as well. So as they keep finding out more and more things that ultrasound can do, it's creating more jobs as well. But at the clinics also, radiologists used to be the only ones that read ultrasounds, maybe some cardiologists, some neurologists. Now other clinicians like urologists, ultrasound practitioners, there's other people besides radiologists that are reading them and interpreting them. But ultrasound field is an extremely stimulating environment, and the best part of ultrasound is that you're just never going to ever see it all. You'll never know what you're going to be asked to image. You'll never know what you're going to find, and just never think that just because it's the same abdominal pain that you've had all day, that this is just going to be another negative case, because you just don't ever know. But just because school's over, your education's never going to end there. I know you have heard that, but every day you're going to be approached with different situations and cases and patients and doctors. You're always going to continue to think critically, and you're going to always need to research, and you're going to always be contemplating on difficult situations. You may not have to write a bunch of papers for Elaine, but you're going to always be creating and submitting different things for people. You're not going to write diagnostic bestsellers or anything, but you may want to write papers still and submit things, journal articles, or I like to speak at SDMS conferences. You get free admission to those conferences. They fly you in and stuff if you like to speak at things, but it's good things to do. The work pays for your time off and stuff, It's something to think about. But you're blessed with a huge responsibility in ultrasound, and never forget to ask name and date of birth. Ask it 10 times. You just always ask it. Don't just never take that for granted. Check their armband, everything. Check their M number. Do everything like that. Just do it 10 times. You're a medical artist. That's what I tell everybody, all my patients. Medical artist. So don't ever take it for granted. Always be aware of the responsibilities that you owe your patients. Treat every patient like they're your family members. You would only expect the best for them. You now have the ability to collectively apply the knowledge you have acquired in didactic courses and clinical settings. You're not a button pusher. You have direct contact with all the patients, and your skills are operator dependent. You are heavily relied upon not only for your art and accuracy in imaging, but also for your ability to interpret and recognize abnormalities. You are the physician's eyes and are producing diagnostic images and clips that represent your patient's individual case. The patient is depending on you to obtain the correct information. Never be too proud to ask questions of patients, doctors, or constituents, as arrogance and embarrassment are secondary to the patient's needs. And everybody that you work with is going to be very in agreement with that little policy that I have there. I know at Culpeper, we're welcome of all the questions, and especially as a new grad, I think everyone that you work with is going to be in support of that. You'll be amazed how spending a few minutes of small talk can create long-lasting bonds with patients and reveal the physical history that's needed to complete your cases and diagnoses. Stay on top of prior exams, lab findings, operative reports, and comparisons with other modalities like CT scans and MRIs. And remember that all that combined information from multiple tests will allow you to make a much better diagnosis. Ultrasound with that is so important, especially if you have access to Epic, where you can get into like other different modalities. I'm such a stickler for that. If you have the information, use it. Whichever direction you choose to go in, vascular, general, OB, remember there will always be opportunities for you, and no one can take your knowledge away. Stay up to date with journals and encourage your workplace to hold interesting cases, lunch and learns, reach out and be the leader of your department in new scanning techniques and building new exams. Attend seminars whenever you can and become a member of SDMS or your local society, whatever assists you in keeping those wheels turning and inspiring you to grow. And in closing, never forget those who supported you and your educational growth. Everyone is so proud of your achievements thus far to get to this point in your education, and you truly have shown dedication, perseverance, and proven your aptitude. I look forward to hopefully meeting with you again so that I can hear your stories of success. You're on your way to fulfilling a future, and you have all the essential building blocks to now pursue your dreams of becoming a diagnostic medical sonographer. Thank you, and good luck, and best wishes.
Thank you, Allie. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the significance of the pen. Historians can trace the tradition of penning back to the Crusades of the 12th century, when a group of knights tended to and cared for injured and suffering crusaders. When new monks were brought into the Knights' Order, they decided to continue helping sick soldiers and held a ceremony where each of the monks was given a Maltese cross that they wore on their arm. Believe it or not, some schools have decided that that tradition is out of date and unnecessary. I disagree. It is a tradition, not just in our field, but I believe in all healthcare fields. I was pinned when I finished X-ray school. I was pinned again when I finished sonography school, and I can remember that feeling of, yes, I did it. This is a rite of passage from student to sonographer tonight. However, it does carry weight. It means that the current practitioners of sonography trust you to enter the healthcare world and actually perform on your own merit. It means you have passed your exams, you can do the job now without any help or assistance. You're up to the task and challenges your career will offer. You will put your patients first and yourself last most days. So let's celebrate your success in your education and begin your journey into a very rewarding career. I ask that Lisa Burrington, our clinical coordinator, come forward to read the dedications of the pins for the graduates. As she calls your name, please come forward to be pinned.
Sandra Camacho. The students were asked, well, not students, now they're graduates, were all asked to write dedications. So as I call their name, they're going to come up to get pinned, and I'm going to read the dedication. Sandra wrote, "Thank you, instructors, classmates, friends, and family for sharing in our ultrasound journey. To my parents, thanks for instilling in me the strong values needed to achieve my educational goals. Special thanks to my twin sister for inspiring me to pursue this program and for your constant companionship through thick and thin. And to Mike, as a mentor, you have made such a difference in my understanding of ultrasound. I am forever grateful for your support and encouragement." We had a graduate, Kelly Coffey, and she couldn't be with us tonight. Brandy Fridley. Brandy says, "I would like to thank my husband, my friends, and my family for pushing me to follow my dream for so long. They wouldn't let me give up. I am so grateful to Elaine and everyone involved in this program for giving me the opportunity to become a sonographer. This has been an amazing journey, and I have made some lifelong friends along the way. Thank everyone so much for their love and support." Nader Hakpol. Nader says, "I want to thank my family and friends for their emotional, spiritual, and financial support. I owe my success to family and friend. I want to sincerely thank Elaine and Lisa for pushing me through this hard and twisted journey while holding my hand. I want to thank my classmates for their support." Evan Kiernan. Evan has thoroughly enjoyed his time in the Diagnostic Medical Sonography program here at PVCC. It has been not only challenging, but has helped him grow as an individual, teaching compassion and care for everyone he comes in contact with. Evan wants to thank his wife, Therese, for being a constant support throughout this program, and also his parents, who have been there for him as support as well. Evan hopes to continue his education and attend UVA online and pursue his bachelor's in health administration. Chase King. The past 518 days have been trying, but then again, who's counting? One thing I do know for sure is that I could not have made it through this program without the help of many of you represented here. Since I'm limited in words, I would especially like to thank the Lenows and Tim, who both let me stay at their houses, my parents and sister, as well as Elaine and Lisa, who believed in me through the entire journey. Candice Leary. I would like to thank all my family and friends for being here and celebrating this special day with me. To my children, Rowan, Connor, and Abby, from missing countless soccer games to special moments with you, thank you for being understanding and patient. To my friends and fellow sonographers, a big thank you for your continuous support, encouragement, and love. Thank you to all my instructors who have helped and guided me along the way. I truly appreciate every one of you. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Catherine Lenow. I would like to thank my loving husband, John, for being so supportive through this program. You held down the fort at home while I was completing clinicals for close to 5 months in Roanoke, Lynchburg, and Farmville. You also graciously put up with being ignored while I studied for my physics and then abdomen board. I would also like to thank my parents and siblings who spent countless hours lying on a hard stretcher while I scanned them. Tiffany Marks. I would like to thank Elaine and Lisa for their hard work, dedication, education, and all the great memories. I would like to thank all my family and friends who encouraged me, supported me, and believed in me. I would also like to thank the friends I have made throughout this program for making this journey the best yet. This degree wouldn't be possible without each and every one of you all, so I thank you so much. Jessica Morris. I would like to take a moment and acknowledge all of the people in my life that helped make this day happen. First and foremost, I want to give a big shout out to my amazing husband for always encouraging me to never give up and to keep moving forward. Thank you to all of my family, friends, and clients for your continued support. A big thank you to Elaine and Lisa for this program and making all of this possible. Elizabeth Shepard. I would like to thank my family for everything that they have done for me during this program. I would also like to thank Elaine and Lisa for all their help and guidance for the past 2 years. And last but not least, I would like to thank the amazing friends that I have made. Without them, I would have been lost. Well, congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Lisa. There's a saying, it takes a village to raise a child. I believe it takes a community to teach a sonographer. I want to acknowledge all our clinical instructors and sonographers that are present at our pinning tonight. Please stand. I want to personally thank you for the time that you have spent with our students. Our students could not be here today without your help, your encouragement, and of course your time. We owe these individuals another round of applause. We have so many wonderful people in the clinical sites. It has become overwhelming to recognize and acknowledge all of them. We do want to acknowledge one in particular. Allie Wartella, please come forward. We want to thank you from the program and from the students in being the most helpful clinical instructor. Thank you for all the tutoring, the constructive feedback, and the tough coaching that you have provided. And I also want to thank you for talking tonight. I want to recognize this year's Kirby Award winner. The Kirby Award is given to the best well-rounded student of the class. The student not only has great grades, but has a very best in clinical education. Please come forward, Ms. Catherine. In closing, I just have a few words of advice for my students of today and those of yesteryear that may be here. Your formal education may be ending, but you will be learning the next year. I want to welcome you to the School of Hard Knocks. You will learn more in this next year than you have learned in the last 2. Okay? Just like in the past 2 years, there will be time for tears, and there will be time for jeers. There will be times you feel like giving up, but don't. The difference between success and failure is not giving up. So remember, Life is like an ultrasound image. Put your focus on what is important. Capture every detail. Record it to the best of your ability. Remember to adjust your TGCs, your time, your generosity, and your compassion. Those are the gifts that you give to those around you. Not everything in life is homogeneous. People are very much heterogeneous. As they come into our life, some are blessings, some are lessons. Treat them all with respect. Develop your image from your negatives. When things are abnormal, put some color on it. Stop and see the beauty around you. Measure it, evaluate it, analyze it, just like you would with ultrasound images. If the picture or the plan is not working, change your angle of intonation or change your plan, but never change your goal. And as Henry David Thoreau stated, be true to your work, your word, and your friends, and you can't go wrong. Remember, the last lesson I taught you, at least I hope you learned, that you have a voice in this profession. Use it wisely, but use it. I am proud of each one of our graduates. Lisa and I are honored to have been some small part in their journey to get to tonight. I want to thank you all for coming out tonight, and I want to thank you for the support you have given these brand new sonographers. Please stay for the reception. It's in honor of our pinned sonographers. To get there, you go up the steps, you turn to the left, and then follow the hall all the way around. And again, I want to congratulate the graduates, and I want you all to have a wonderful night.